Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. This first video here is one of three that I am planning to do over the weekend. These first two videos are videos I've been meaning to do for the last 2 weeks. Sorry, Dale. That was both me being lazy and just not being in the mood to record, so sorry. But hey, better late than never, right? So, okay. This first video here is going to be my Sega Saturn collection. Now, I don't have a lot of Saturn games for obvious reasons. The Saturn is very expensive to collect for. Very expensive. I got into the Saturn way too late. If I remember correctly, I believe I got my Saturn 2017, 2018, around there, if I remember correctly. But what I do have is decent. I believe, in my opinion, it's decent. There's not a lot of what you'd call shovelware in my collection, so. But yeah. That said, let's get started. First, I have a stall. I believe I got this back in 2020. I got the stimulus check, and I bought this, and I bought two hard drives for my one for my PS4 and one for my Xbox. So, but yeah, Stall, pretty good game. It's a 2D platformer with a lot of 3D stuff going on in the background. So, yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. I believe this is basically this was what I believe what the Saturn was supposed to be about. These types of really good high-end 2D games with a lot of 3D stuff in the background. But overall, pretty good. I enjoyed it. What's weird though about it is that if you're at any mom and pop store that has Saturn games, and if they ever have the games facing with the spine out, you see the spine. You don't see the cover art. You see the spine, and you see this. It's most likely a stall because for some reason, Sega fucked up the label and didn't put the title on the spine. So they made an oopsie. But let's just say Sega made a lot of oopsies during the Saturn's life cycle. But yeah. Next, I have Clockwork Night, another 2D platformer. Not as not as I don't want to say quality because it's a decent game, but it's kind of basic, I guess you'd say. Reminds me of Toy Story actually, and you play as this little robot knight toy thing. So yeah, overall, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's pretty middle of the road, I'd say. I do want to get the sequel eventually, but yeah. Next, this next game actually I got from my buddy Dale for Christmas a couple years ago. I still need to replace the case on it eventually, but that game is Croc and The Legend of the Gobos, 3D platformer. Actually reminds me a lot of Spyro, actually. But yeah, it's fun. If you like platformers, whether it be 2D, 3D, what have you, this one you can't go wrong with it. It's pretty decent in its own right. Again, it's not mind blowing. It's not breaking any barriers or going outside the box. But for what it is, it's entertaining. So. Next, this game is the first one I ordered off eBay when I got my Saturn. When I got my Saturn, it came with Daytona USA, Virtua Fighter 2, and I think another game. I can't remember what. But when I was making my list for what Saturn games I wanted to get, so I got to this and looked up, gameplay. And it's like, oh, that actually looks pretty decent. That looks pretty fun. And that game is again war. It is mech, a mech. It's a mech game. You're in a mech suit, and you're basically trying to destroy uh, these alien visitors, I guess you'd say. But yeah, it's. I mean, it's like I said, it's not mind blowing, but it's entertaining. So next, this is the other game I ordered when I got my Saturn. And I was really going to it first, but then I was like, it looks all right. So I figured, fuck it. I'm not a huge fan of the movie. In this franchise, I'd say it's probably my. Granted, I haven't seen the newest one yet, but out of all of them, this one is kind of my least favorite, just because it drags on. But that game is The Lost World Jurassic Park, obviously based on the movie. But it's a pretty decent. It's a platformer. It's both a platformer and a action game, because there are times where you're playing as the humans. So, but yeah, it's again for what it is, it's just fine. So next, the other game I got from my buddy Dale, he sent this with Croc a few years ago, and that is Nights into Dreams, the long box version. Yeah, it's a great 3D platformer. Uh, I have the sequel on the Wii, so yeah, it's quite fun. So next, I have Panzer Dragoon, the first one. Great game. It's an Unreal shooter. This was basically Sega's answer to Star Fox, basically. But you're on a dragon instead of in a starship. Pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I have the remake as well on my Switch. Enjoyed that as well. Looking forward to the remake of the second game. Hopefully that gets announced relatively soon. Next, Robotica. This is another first-person mech game. Pretty fun. I enjoy it. It takes a little bit to get used to, just because on the Sega Saturn controller you're using the D-pad, and I'm obviously used to the analog sticks. But overall, it's not bad. It's really cheesy, like B cheesy sci-fi, but it's fine, you know. So I enjoyed it. Again, not mind blowing, but overall entertaining. So next, I have Scud, the disposable assassin. I believe this is based off a graphic novel. I'm not positive. It's a run and gun uh, sort of platformer slash. If I basically would compare this to like Contra, basically. But overall, for what it is, it's fine. So what's cool is that you can play it with either the light gun or the actual controller. So that's cool. Having options, is good. So. Next, I chose a sticker. Take that off at some point. Star Starfighter, a basically like not Star Fox, but like Rogue Squadron type game. It's alright. It's very, I'd say, mid. Mid, but overall it's not, it's the worst thing ever. So, it was super cheap too, so. And then finally the last Sega Saturn game I got here so far. And again, like I said, not a lot, but there's reasons for that. Saturn is expensive. But I believe this is based, I'm wrong, but I think it's based on an anime. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I just bought it. I wanted it because it looked fun. So, for Virtual on Cyber Troopers. Like a third person hack and slash mech game. So, again, I think it's based on anime, but I'm not positive. All I know is that it looks fun, so fuck it. I want it. So, but yeah, that is it. That is all my Sega Saturn games as of 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Please be on the lookout for the next two, which I'll be working on shortly. So,